the aim of the durability test is to A, have fun doing it, but 2 is to see where it fails, and then we'll double the size of the conductors, the component that's failed, whether that be the strength or the electrical wiring size. But here we go. The SEVR charger can hold 32 amps, each element is 10 amps, and it seems to be holding up nicely. That's our heater elements glowing. It's running through the plug connection from the SEVR charger. It looks fine, no excess heat. The cable reel itself, no excess heat. It's holding the load perfectly. Happy with that. 500 degrees on the heater element, 40 degrees on the SEVR cable. I can't feel any warmth. The cable feels warm. The SEVR cable does not feel warm at all. 30 degrees internally. That there is 30 amps worth of electricity going through, 30 amps worth of current. This is rated to 32 amps single phase. It's holding it nicely, so that's full load almost for the SEVR cable reel, and it seems to be holding up fine. What I might do is try and bring on an extra heater coil and see what happens. This might trip. See. Okay. Sending, sent. So we're on. We've currently got 4 heater elements on at 40 amps, running through a 32 amp SEVR EV charger cable. $530 overheated. Okay. So now this is getting warm. Degrees. It's slightly warm to the touch. 40 degrees on the connection. 35. It was 32, I think, before. 29 degrees, 34 degrees, 35 degrees. It's handling. So we've exceeded the load of the SEVR cable reel. We'll measure to see how much actual power is coming through, and we might try and see if we can add another heater element onto it. We have 37.4 amps. So this now is starting to feel like warm more than lukewarm. I've never met Luke, but I'm sure he is some kind of warm. 40 degrees. No smells coming from it. I think we should add one more. This is where I'd say we'd find the limit of our switchboard protection. So currently we have a few more heater elements connected, and we're running 46.3 amps through the SEVR charger prototype. It's holding. Feels good. It's just warmish. I would almost argue this is probably going to take 100 plus amps. Too hot to handle. We'll add on another element, the 6th one, and see what happens. So, filthy finger Frank, here we go. Just be ready Okay, 55 amps. We're pulling 55 amps, 6 heater elements through the SEVR charge reel at the moment. It is getting warm, but there's no deformities, no smells. The connection's great. I'm happy with how it's faring. It's only rated for 32 amps. 44 degrees on the SEVR reel. I think we're going to have to call it for today. We just can't fail this charge reel. Failing, we physically destroy it, but electronically it's passed. Can't kill it. Not with anything you could run through in the domestic home, that's for sure, let alone a warehouse or factory. What we want to test is the internals of the SEVR reel. Open this up and have a look at the brushes and see how big the damage, if anything's warped, how the brushes fared, the cable connections onto the brushes, spring mechanisms, because if they're getting warm next to hot brushes, the brushes can take a lot of heat and a lot of current. All right, so after our durability test running 55 amps through our SEVR EV charger, we're about to tear this thing open and see what we have inside. That's what we have inside. Something ready to bite me. This is where I wanted to see. This side. So we have our single phase conductors, also our control wire to the car. I do want to see inside the electrical components, as we almost doubled the rated load running through it. I wanted to see how it fared. But there's no warping, burning, smells, anything like that at this stage. But it feels good quality. A lot of the time you can just feel the quality in these sorts of things, and this one feels, I'm happy with it. So there is going to be a spring inside that's tensioned. I'm preparing for that spring to release all its tension. I'll just open this gently. I'm going to put on my Sparky safety hat soon and wear my eye protection. That's what we came here to see.
Yes, finally.
I knew it was there. Safety sunnies, done. Now we can use our eyes. There's no way we're putting that cat back in the bag. Let's cut it. Okay, we got a bearing. This is the inside. This is the main component of this reel. This is where all the fatigue would be happening, with almost double the rated load running through it. While we're here, feels like we're doing a little jerry rig. Shout out to Jerry Rig Everything. Let's see if we have scratches at a level 7 and deeper grooves at a level 8. So we literally have some brushes that are in perfect condition after all that testing. Now, we are looking at the brushes that are sitting on the armature of the cable reel. After running almost double the amount of current through than what it's rated for, and it looks in perfect condition. Bearings haven't warped, the brush tracks look perfect. Feels durable. This is a solid piece, I would say. That's a success. I'm happy with that. This is down to the bare bones in the construction of this item. So, just finishing up our durability test. We have just completed a tear down as well, and we have found there is no fatigue on the internal electrical components after almost doubling the rated load through the SEVR charge reel. See you next time.
Sparkies United.